What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Tonight I am super excited because I finally got back my SGC return. You can see here 13 cards finally back from SGC. At the time of this video that you're actually watching, I've had them back for a little bit. I'm making this video early because I want to take some of these to the Atlanta card show here this coming weekend, but when you watch this video, it will be after the Atlanta card show. But still, I want to go over all 13 of these cards, and let's actually move these guys out of the way here, create the stack. I want to go over all 13 of these, and I've got my notes here, everything I wrote down about each card prior to submitting it. I also made a video at the end of May, if you want to go check that out, about what I was submitting and why, if you're curious why I submitted some of these. And I may have touched on a grade here or there, but this is not a blind reveal. I have already seen these grades when I submitted them or picked them up from my LCS through which I submitted them. I mean, I couldn't help but look. So one of the guys who works there and I were kind of excited about it, getting them back. So I'm not going to, spoil anything here, but I'm going to go through each one, tell you what I saw on it before I submitted it, and what grade I thought it would get. So I'm going to move these out of the way just so you can't see the next one. But the first card here is a Jordan Love from Optic base. When I reviewed it, I saw some little surface dents on the front, just tiny ones, almost imperceptible, but you can see them if you look really closely. And everything else looked really good. So I thought this was gonna get a 9.5, and I was right. It did get a 9.5. You see this streak here down the case. I haven't really tried to get it off yet. I'm not sure whether it's adhesive or whether it's a scratch to the case, but I think it can probably be buffed out. So 9.5, pretty pleased with that. It's a mint plus, not a gem mint, but I like that SGC has the half grades. I really didn't want to get anything that was below a 9 because I thought that was going to be hard to move if I decided to move it. So rated rookie, Optic, 9.5, Jordan Love. My prediction was correct, so I'm 1 for 1 there. Next card, Jalen Hurts, base card from Optic. I noticed a lot of the same things that I did with the Love, which was these imperceptible surface dents on the front, but everything looked pretty clean otherwise, and I projected it to get a 9.5, and it got a 10. So we gemmed this card. I mean, I'm glad that I'm as nitpicky as I am. Again, just a base card, but if you watch that other video, I wanted to get some of these base cards of these rookies, sort of get their value sealed in by having them slabbed so that I can move them prior to the season. So if during the course of this you are interested, please reach out to me at the email address in the description if there's something that you would like to purchase, and I will give you a very reasonable price on it. Next card, Donovan Peoples-Jones from Contenders. Now, this is a sticker auto, but Donovan Peoples-Jones is a fan favorite, even in his first year with the Browns. And this card raw is selling in the 25 range. I looked at it. It looked like flawless to me. I thought it was going to be a 10. It was one of the only 2 cards I looked at and said, this has got to be a 10, right? And fortunately it was. It's actually a 10-10, double 10, which is cool. The DPJ stayed on sticker, which is good. Everything was really clean about this card. And the reason I slabbed it is because he is an offensive player. Contenders is the biggest auto in the sport. And, he already is beloved by Browns fans, and I think there's definitely some upside there. He and Baker seem to have a bit of a connection on some downfield throws, and he was a good player at Michigan. So Donovan Peoples-Jones, 10-10. I was pretty happy with a double 10 there. Next one, we have another Contenders auto. This is the on card playoff ticket for Gabriel Davis, numbered to 49, as you can see here. It is a photo variation. And so the playoff tickets for the variation is numbered out of 49, which makes it a little bit different. My notes said I had the top right corner being a problem here. And on the front, there's you can easily see in the light because of the foil, there is a ding to it. So I had this, I was almost certain this would get a 9. Feared that it could get an 8.5 because of that corner, but I thought 9 was probably the result. And it actually got a 9.5, which is good. 10 on the auto, which is nice. I mean, it's hard to see that corner. I'm kind of showing you there up top. You can see it's, maybe I'm just being too nitpicky. It probably doesn't really affect eye appeal too much, but a 9.5 is definitely a big win on this card. A couple of these raw, the variation playoff tickets have sold for 130, 150 bucks. So hoping to lock in a little bit of value with this and see how he does this year with Allen. All right, next up, we got Justin Herbert from Chronicles. This is the clearly Donruss rated rookie. Now, this card is a tough one to project because it is an acetate card, and acetate cards scratch really easily. So I was fearing the worst, but I looked at it pretty closely. The corners look good. It does look, you can actually see through, obviously. It looks thick on this side, pretty thin there. There was a minor print line. I had it as a 9.5, and it was a 9.5. So pretty happy with that overall. A 9.5 for a rated rookie, clearly Donruss. Nice looking card, interesting, kind of strange to have to be able to see through the slab, but overall not bad. I think a little bit better than an optic base. They're not quite as highly printed. Next one, Jalen Hurts concourse. This is another one. A lot of select had problems. I saw a small, tiny print line on the rear. Let's see, where did I have it? It was on the over the J in his name. Very small. Corners looked good. Everything looked good. So I had it as a 9.5, and I got a 10. So pretty happy with that. Obviously, to gem that card again, just a base card. But you know, if you can gem a base card, SGC $29, it's probably worth getting it graded. So Jalen Hurts select concourse. All right, up next, Darnell Mooney prism black silver. This is from Chronicles as well. I really like Darnell Mooney. Definitely has a lot of potential. And I think prism black silver, as you'll see, looks really good in an SGC slab. This, I will say, the bottom left corner had me concerned. You can kind of see there, but it's not too bad. Anyway, I had it as a 9, and I got a 9.5. It was also maybe a little thick on the right too, and thick on top. They were generous with the centering, I guess. But doesn't that look good in the black SGC slab? I think it really looks nice. Darnell Mooney definitely has a lot of potential. And this is a good one. I mean, if nobody wants it, just to put in the PC, because it does look so sharp. Up next, Joey B. This is one for the PC, though I have contemplated selling it just because it probably is so widely produced. This is Donruss rated rookie canvas. This was the other one that I thought would 10, and it did. It was just perfectly centered. Everything looked so clean on it, and I didn't anticipate grading it when I bought it. I just bought it to have as sort of part of my collection, but it looks so good that I was like, let's see if we can 10 it, and it did. So pretty happy with that overall. Just a canvas base rated rookie, but the rated rookie is my favorite rookie card, so it's nice to have that slabbed up. Up next, CeeDee Lamb hollow from Optic. This one, I saw multiple surface issues, some small dimples on it. I even actually messaged the the LCS and said, hey, take a look at that one. If it doesn't look good, please don't, please don't submit it, because there's even some edging at the top I worried about. If it looked like you thought it was gonna get under 9, please don't submit it. But somehow, got a 10. So I guess this is, again, eye appeal, looks good, pretty well centered. I think maybe I was just being overly nitpicky. I don't know, but I guess that served me well in the end. So Sea Lamb Hollow, gemmed that. Very happy. Also looks really good in that tuxedo. All right, I got 4 left here. AJ Dillon, rated rookie. This is the blue out of 179 from Optic. This had a front print line on it and is off-centered top to bottom. So I was like 99% certain this was gonna get a 9. And it did get a 9. You can see how thick it is on the bottom. So you don't like to see 9s, but if they're not rampant, if you're not getting a ton of 9s, then it's really not a big deal. Plus, this is a short print card in the sense that it's limited to 179 copies. So a 9 isn't like it is with a base or a hollow where you've got so many 9.5 and 10s. So AJ Dillon. Rated rookie blue out of 179, got a 9 there. Up next, same issue on the back with the slab, got a big scratch down it. This is a Michael Pittman Jr. aqua out of 299 from Optic. Also looked really good, tiny dimples, like I say, imperceptible. Thick on the bottom, maybe not as thick as the Dillon, but I thought overall, I was torn between 9.5 and 9, settled on 9, ended up with a 9.5. You can see it's thick on the bottom, just not quite as egregious as the Dillon. But that's a sharp looking card. I mean, it would be awesome if it were the blue, but can't complain too much there to get the Mint Plus on that Pittman Jr. Also a guy I really, really like. I think Carson Wentz will lock on. He's that big bodied receiver, that you don't see as much coming out or isn't prioritized as much in drafts anymore as, the smaller slot guys, but Pittman definitely has a future in the league. All right, next one is another Optic rated rookie. This is the Eason blue out of 179. One of my favorite looking cards just because it's the team color match. Some tiny dimples on this one, but looked good otherwise. I had it projected as a 9.5 and it got a 10. So I was happy with that. That looks super sharp. The blue on blue there with the black around it. Really like that. So who knows with Eason? He's maybe a hold, I guess, at this point, but I really like the way this card looked. And, if somebody is a big Eason fan or PCing Eason, I think it'd be nice for them to get a gem short print in their collection. So that's kind of why I did it with the thought that I'll probably move it to someone who PCs Eason. All right, last card here. This is an Optic rated rookie auto, the on-card variety of Denzel Mims. After Zach Wilson was drafted, I said, all right, maybe Mims is a guy I want to throw a flyer on. You can see it's off-centered here on the back. Not as big a deal, but it's pretty clean overall. Everything I saw looked pretty clean. I had it as a 9.5, and I got a 9.5 with a 10 auto. So pretty happy with that. Sharp looking card. Also, you could see the dark green looks good with the black of the slab. So overall, I was very happy. Submitted 13 cards, got 6 10s, 6 9.5s, and 1 9. So I can't complain too much about that. Like I said, if you guys see something in here, please reach out. Happy to move any and all of these. Planning to take them to the show this weekend, but there may be some of them or all of them left over by the time this video runs. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see y'all soon.